Pyramids were a religious trend for ancient civilizations. From Africa to North America, Asia, and Europe, these unique structures are spread all across the globe, where various cultures had built them without any apparent connection established between them. Overall, pyramids shared a similar architecture and were envisioned as religious places of extreme importance, be it as a resting place for a great ruler, or a ceremonial center dedicated to the gods. Although many of these imposing structures have stood the test of time, we only know of those that had been constructed a few hundreds, sometimes thousands of years ago. However, in recent years evidence has been mounting up in regards to antediluvian civilizations which thrived before the last glaciation, or what it has been known as the Great Flood. That more than 14,000 years ago according to most researchers, and it appears that these time-worn peoples were also pyramid builders. Could this prove that long before the first known organized societies there were others at least on the same level of advancement that were also able to transit the planet? Proof of these forgotten forefathers stand both the Sumerian king list and the Egyptian pharaoh's timeline, which remind about their rulers up to a time when the gods first descended upon the earth. The nearest palpable evidence of antediluvian civilizations are the Bosnian pyramids discovered in 2005, constructions dating anywhere between 12,500 to 30,000 years back. While investigations at this site are well underway, it appears that another startling discovery has been made a bit due east into the land of Romania. An intriguing mound from the Buza mountain chain measuring about 1,000 meters from sea level has captivated the curiosity of archaeologists after they stumbled across the remnants of what they presume to be another ancient megalithic pyramid. As you can see in the above picture, the mountain has all the traits of a pyramid. It measures 300 meters from the bottom, that's 150 meters more than the Pyramid of Giza and 80 meters more than the Pyramid of the Sun in Bosnia. Archaeologists climbing the top of the alleged monuments have found remnants of ancient megalithic walls consisting of 3 layers of overlaid stones glued together using clay, a material which provides extensive protection from pluvial waters, and it's also an excellent choice when binding stones. Probably the most intriguing aspect of the fortification was the thick reddish-brown layer of material composed of mineral oxides which covered the exterior wall of the pyramid. Based on this plaster covering even the cracks between stones, researchers were able to date the structure using a technique known as radiestezia, which yielded gripping results. The stones appeared to be 25 to 25,000 years of age. On several places on the side of the mountain, archaeologists stumbled across more brickwork belonging to this forgotten civilization. The stones seem to be artificially cut and the straight lines further indicate the possible use of advanced technology, while the inclined design of the wall hints at its former triangular shape ending in the middle. Could this have been indeed a stepped pyramid? According to several sources, the communist regime that had once subdued Romania specialized in concealing and destroying all traces of the heritage left behind by the ancient Romanian people. According to several authors, in 1980 the secret services operating under the communist regime had searched out the peak of this mountain, where they discovered an altar standing on a flat plateau scarred only by the passing of time. 2 agents allegedly breached through an opening of a portal and were never to be heard again. After collecting all the desired material from atop the pyramid, the communists blew up the altar together with the terrace. Although, the story should be taken with a grain of salt, but evidence of the explosion can be seen upon reaching the peak, while other local accounts vividly remind of this incident from the 80s. Whatever they found up there we can only guess, but there's no denial the Buza Mountains of Romania are full of reminders from the past, such as underground dwellings, cave carvings, and petroglyphs in a language believed to predate the Sumerian dialect. It's no wonder that such influences existed in this part of the world. Northeastern Europe is also called the Old Europe, entitled this way to depict a pre-Indo-European culture from the Neolithic, around 7000 BC, with a strong cultural background. It is thought they would exchange knowledge with the ancient Greeks. Unquestionable proof of this stands the clay tablets unearthed at Tartaria, Transylvania, which bear inscriptions belonging to the Vinca, a culture with a writing system predating that of the Sumerians. They could also reach all the way to Mesopotamia through a landmass substituting what is now the Black Sea. Thousands of years ago this body of salt water was comprised of a series of freshwater lakes. circa 5600 BC. It formed into the Black Sea after the waters of the Mediterranean breached a sill through the Bosphorus Strait, but once again this is just a hypothesis. With so many ancient riddles that are only now being brought to light, it's no surprise if after a few more years of archaeological breakthroughs we'll have to rethink the entire history of humanity. The lack of technological means, or better said the limited access to LiDAR technology, pushes hard on the shoulders of any archaeologists who wants to prove that our defined timeline has numerous flaws and requires a serious revision. However, the years to come promise to dramatically lower the costs of underground scanning equipment, and so every aspiring archaeologist may become a professional. Looking forward into the future.